Now in this tutorial, we will understand how to use array filter function. If you ever work with array, you probably use array filter to remove null or empty values. For example, if I just create here an array, you can notice this array has null values. And if I want to iterate this array, I'm going to get all these null values as well. I'm going to use array filter to filter all these null value. I'm going to just simply create a variable and just call array filter function and filter this array and store this array in this variable. And when I print this array, I'm going to have the result just like this. I will not get any null value or any empty string in this result. So this is pretty much simple, right? Now you know the basic use of this array filter. Now let's take a step ahead and add more functionality to this array filter function. The array filter function has a callback function as well, which you can use to filter values. For example, if I have a variable with some people with their salaries, and if I want to filter these people who has salary more than $400 or equal to $400, then I can do that using array filter function. I'm going to simply call here a variable and specify array filter to it and pass arguments to this array filter. I'm going to first pass the array, and to the second argument, I'm going to call a filter function. So I'm going to just call here a callback function for this array filter, and to this function, I'm going to create a parameter salary, and using this function, I'm going to return the salary is greater than or equal to 400. And if I just try to print this person, I'm going to have this type of result. I will have John and Harry as a result in the array. And if you want to filter the people who has salary less than 400, you can just do here salary less than 400. You're going to have a result who has salary less than 400. Now let's get back to the previous example and see what if we iterate the array without filtering its value. For example, let's say I have a variable here with null values. Then if I want to iterate this array, I'm going to just call here a for loop, and in this for loop, I'm going to initialize the variable by 0, then just create an expression and just call a count function to count this array and then increase the value of the I variable. And in this for loop, I'm going to just print this array. Now, what if I execute this statement? The result would something look like this. This result has empty array and 0 values as well. I want to filter all these values, so I'm going to simply filter these values right here. I'm going to create a new variable filtered, and in the array filter, I'm going to pass the array. And now instead of iterating this array, I'm going to just copy this filter and specify that here, just like this. If I try to execute this for loop, I'm going to have an error message, undefined offset. This happens because the value which were on position 1, there was 0. The value which were on position 3, there was null. The array filter function removes array values with their corresponding index. So that is why this will just return the undefined offset error while using the for loop. To solve this problem, we need to just filter the values as well. So we just need to filter these values as well. You just need to create here a variable and just call array values and specify the filter variable here. And just call this variable here and here to iterate this array using for loop. Now if you try to execute it, you're going to get the result what you want. Now there is one more way to iterate this array. You can iterate this array using for loop, or you can just use array map function which we learned in the previous lecture. So I'm going to just get rid of this for loop. We don't need to filter array values. Instead of filtering this value, I'm going to just create here a variable, then call array map, and in this array map, I'm going to just call a callback function with a parameter value, and here I'm going to just print the value, and I'm going to just pass this array. Just like this. If you execute this statement, the result would something look like this. Now, I hope you understand how easy it is to filter all the array values without getting any errors. The array filter will save you a lot of time. If you like short videos like this, make sure to subscribe and like this video. I will see you in the next one.